offer my greetings to the people, this, and the government of suddenly realizes I got the wrong sheet. Who's in trouble? The secretary. But somebody needs to read everything and be sure. PR is communication is a thankless job. So the expectation of a CEO, Bhargav Saab, you met, and can I use his dialogue? He says, I did not change, but several CEOs came and went. So he's seen several CEOs. Over to you. Opening remarks.
Thank you. You know, this comment was made when he was referring to Sandeep having changed multiple jobs, different companies. So therefore he had the experience of working with different CEOs. So I said, look, I've changed only two, Coal India and Air India. And 26 CEOs in my 36 years career. And what's the spectrum like? An American, when I worked briefly with Good Air India, then had MS Gujral as Railway Board Chairman, YC Deveshwar ITC Chairman, technocrat, bureaucrats, and you had a wide range of people, mining engineer, aviator, everybody. And over a period when the media and public relations really evolved and changed. So there were different reasoning, different ones. And then the bigger difference was Coal India, as he said, below the earth, a totally low-profile organization with very limited public interface. Media disinterested. On the other side was Air India, high-profile, number of passengers with running into millions, media being interested, so there was a total spectrum. Now the expectation were that you had, so when you have such a spectrum of chief executives you work under, different expectation, but one common thread is, nobody likes to have an adverse news. They all want positive news, and you should be an art in spinning news to the advantage of the organization, irrespective of what it is. So when I moved to Air India, you had Rajan Jetli, a private sector man into Air India. Then you had Yogi Deveshwar there, you had a pilot there, and you had 6 CMDs between 1989 and 1997, including 2 internal candidates. And each one expected that public relations person do it. I was at a sufficiently senior level, so I could take the liberty. I had a journalist background, so I had a bit of arrogance in me. So I said, okay, why must I keep listening to chief executives every morning? ये तो आज आना चाहिए था, ये नहीं आना चाहिए था, as if I own the newspapers. And that is what most CEOs expect, कि हम इंडिया में free press नहीं है, सब कुछ तुम कर सकते हो. Because the reason why I'll tell you is, Mr. Narendra is right here, वो उनके ज़माने की बात है, not that मेरा ज़माना अलग है. कि वो ज़माना था जब अखबार लिमिटेड होते थे, टेलीविजन चैनल नहीं होता था, सोशल मीडिया नहीं होता था, और अखबार वालों को दारू और गिफ्ट के साथ में मोटिवेट किया जा सकता कि आप हमारे बारे में लिखो. But as competition in newspapers came in, nobody would hide a news because of मैं छुपाऊंगा तो दूसरे जना छाप देगा, then my editor will pull me up. So there was a transformation in it. So this was in 1997. And I said, let me do a written piece. अब मैं सब CMD को बता चुका था पर्सनली ऑन 1-to-1 बेसिस कि क्या लिमिटेशंस होती हैं और क्या क्या चीज होनी चाहिए. तो ऐसे ओके लेट मी डू अ नोट एंड आई डिड एमिंग फॉर अ गुड इमेज. बड़े प्यार से उसको लिखा कि कैन पब्लिक रिलेशंस क्रिएट एन इमेज. द आंसर ऑब्वियस आंसर इज नो. अगर होता तो एवरी कंपनी वुड इन्वेस्ट इन अ ह्यूज PR डिपार्टमेंट. व्हाई डू आई नीड एनीथिंग एल्स? Performance has something to do with the image. So what do I do with it? So performance में क्या है? Then I said okay, but this note got me an invite, especially for 30 minutes बात करने के लिए कि बताओ आप क्या चाहते हो. So I could explain to them कि if there is offloading of passengers, confirmed passengers not accommodated on a flight, it will come into the media. आपकी flight 3 घंटे लेट होगी, it will come into the media. So unless the performance is taken care, किसका अपने बैगेज घुमा दिया, किसका कुछ भी कर दिया, everything rude behavior at the airport, जो ऐसे आजकल भी देखते हैं with Indigo and everybody happening. So question was, how do you take care of it? He says, look, there is a need for it to amend the way of thinking, and I must tell you, it had a salutary effect with that incumbent managing director. But वो मैंने नोट को अपने पास में रखा. Every time a new CMD came into the organization, which was easy, not so very frequent, I would send a note to him. This may be useful, just 10 minutes of reading time and you will get the perspective. So, things have changed, CMDs have not changed, they come in, and one point to be noted is, the intensity of pressure on a PR executive is more when you have a chief executive who's come through the back door and is a non-performer. So, those qualities and CEOs you must observe in the beginning that if somebody is a performer, he will lay less emphasis on getting something into the newspaper which should not be there basically. So I think with these opening remarks.
Absolutely brilliant. Actually, those who are starting out their communications career, every word that Bhargav Saab said is golden nuggets over there. और एक मैं ऐड कर दूं कि एयर इंडिया के सीईओ ऑब्वियसली हवा में रहते थे, हवा में तो रहने भी चाहिए,
हवा में रहते थे, लेकिन वो लोग जो कि ब्यूरोक्रेट से आए थे
वो ज्यादा हवा में रहते थे. Sudeep, the corporate perspective, the kind of tensions you face, the expectations, the kind of frenzy, does it oscillate? How is it? How's the scenario in the corporate world?
Well, in the corporate world, I think things have evolved to a great extent. And in the corporate world, there are 2 or 3 kinds of entities. You have promoter-driven entities. You have entities which are run by professional boards. And then you have Indian organizations which are run by boards, run by professional CEOs and who report into a chairman of the board along with independent directors. But the way I have